Maybe there's something in your life that other people need.
Amen.
You see, you're not the live studio audience. You're the participants.
Amen.
You're the ministers that need to be equipped to do the work of the ministry. And if we're going to face the fiery trials, the good news is there's a fourth man in the fire. But there was three next to each other. There was Shadrach that had Meshach, that had Abednego. They had each other. And God has called you not only to say, Father. He's called you to say, our Father. Secondly, if we're going to be ready for this trial, this is the hardest one, I think, is you have to learn how to be patient. Because God's timetable is not always our timetable. And you can do everything to prepare. You can get rid of feeding the enemy. You can restore relationships and finances and health. And you can do everything you're supposed to, but then sometimes we have to wait. Look at verse 13. Let me give you some harsh advice. Shut your mouth. Let me tell you, sometimes you just need to be quiet.
Amen.
You become your worst echo chamber. When you start thinking about how bad it is and how much worse it's going to be, and then in 2 years and in 5 years, and I'll never, I always. Hezekiah's words were, when you hear the ambassador talk, just be quiet. Don't say anything. We give in to our fears, and our fears become the worst counselors we could ever have.
Come on.
There's a great phrase I like to say, especially when I'm coaching. We'll see. I think that's a terrible play, but we'll see. Pastor, was that a good kick he did? In my mind, I'm like, that did not look like karate. That's like a spinning donkey kick. I don't even know where to put that on the chart. I don't even know what you did. But we'll see. It might score. Who knows? Listen, I'm not the end-all, be-all judge of anything. Sometimes it's good to say this doesn't seem right, but it might be right. I watch those cooking shows all the time. They got the wrong ingredients and turns out okay sometimes. Let me tell you something. You ain't as smart as you think. And you ain't the author of your own story.
No.
We'll see. They come to the wall. You guys are going to eat your own feast. You guys are going to drink your own urine. You guys are going to die and suffer. We'll see. All the other gods were destroyed. Your God's no different. We'll see. It's okay to say that sometimes. And say, God, I've done my part. I don't need to where there's no talebearer, where there's no gossip, where there's no slanderer, the fire goes out.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're just feeding into that. The tongue is a rudder. The tongue is a spark. The tongue has life and death in it. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 22 says, the words of a liar, of a storyteller, they go down deep into your stomach and they're a poison.
Yep.
When you allow your imagination to run wild, it can be a poison in your life. Sometimes we have to be patient and then bring it before the Lord. I love that verse in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. Cast all your cares upon the Lord because He cares about you.
Amen.
Are you worried today? Are you stressed today? Do you have some enemies barking at you from the gate? Is it overwhelming what's happening in your life? Then bring it before the Lord. And note, it's not just Hezekiah. It's Hezekiah and Isaiah. Together they bring it before the Lord. In Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, be anxious for nothing, but in everything with prayer and supplication and giving of thanks. You see, it can be your effort or it can be God's effort. Which one's better? He was ready to fight, but he was going to lose against 185,000, but the Lord's not going to lose. Jesus looks out and He sees the multitudes and they're hungry. And He says, hey, disciples, why don't you guys give these guys something to eat? And they say, Jesus, if we all worked a whole year, we wouldn't have enough to get them a corner of a sandwich. And Jesus says, well, what do you have? We got this little boy's lunch. He volunteered it. Little Lunchables. It was all right. And he broke up those crackers and broke up a little ham and cheese and the one Oreo cookie kind of thing. And man, He fed thousands of people with it.
Amen.
Jesus can do more than you could ever do.
Amen.
Sometimes we have to be patient and wait for the salvation of God. In Acts chapter 3, the disciple says, gold and silver I don't have, but that which I do have, rise up and walk. God's ways are not our ways. You remember the story of King Asa? He was a godly king, but he had a very bad ending. He got sick in his feet. And it says he didn't seek God. He didn't ask God. Instead, he only went to the physicians. And this was disrespectful to God. I wonder if we've been disrespectful to God. Saying, God, I got this problem, and I went to the doctor first. God, I got this problem. I called my mom first. I called my best friend first. God, I got this problem. I went to everybody but you. Today, let's say, Lord, I'm waiting on you.
Amen.
That was the great sin of King Saul. Is he was supposed to wait for Samuel to bring the offering, and he couldn't wait. He reasoned.